Hello, hello, hello. How are you lovely people today? I hope everything is going really well for you. Oh, I think I need to turn this just a tiny bit. Moving, moving, meep, meep. There we go. I wonder if, Wondering Eyes is asking, I wonder if Gates regrets his dumb gas mask prank. I would hope so, but I wouldn't put anything past him. His eternal frat boy debaggery knows no limits. Jules Terramore, I drove by In-N-Out yesterday. There were only 3 people in the drive-thru. That's crazy talk. That is crazy talk. Every time I've ever seen an In-N-Out burger in like an actual building in person, the lines just went around the building and out into the bigger parking lot or it was craziness. Musical Neptunian, Gates has the self-awareness of a house brick. Yes. Absolutely. Yes, I'm totally with you on that. Is the video streaming? I can't see it. Can you see me? Is this happening? I think so. I think so. The lines are always crazy. Yeah. I can see you. Good, good. No. Yes, yes. I see you. Yes. I have it. Okay. All right, so it is working. I just need to, I haven't turned on my light yet. Might be a little dark. Maybe that'll help. Anyway, I'm so glad you're here. Okay, so great. Thank you so much. And thank you for being here. And thank you so much to our troll slayers. You guys have been so great catching just the worst of the worst of the worst. And thank you. Thank you so much for that. This week, there's no way this could happen without you. So thank you. Anyway. All right. Jules Darramore got, yeah, sorry. I'm sorry if he's bothering you. Jules Darramore, I've got to share this because she left a comment over in the community part of the YouTube, my YouTube channel. There's a community page where I can post some things. I've got to tell you this quote because she wrote, as tumultuous as January was, February thought it could outdo it. But then March just burst in and loudly slurred, hold my beer. We're all just sitting here dazed and holding our breath in anticipation of more nonsense. Stop the world because I'm done and I want off this crazy ride. So I think you speak for all of us. So I definitely wanted to share that. Oh, I thought it was my cat crying. No, he's inside and he doesn't want to be inside. But he's been outside and he'll be outside again later. Let's see, let's see. All right. So I hope everyone's staying calm. You know, our motto around here in a crisis is what would Fred Rogers do? Because he would be helping, he would be soothing, he would not be panicking. And that's what people need from us. People need us to just, you know, you take what precautions you need to take, and you just move through. Okay? This is not forever. It's not. It really isn't. And Trump isn't forever. And isn't that a lovely thought? There absolutely is a day that is on its way where Donald Trump will no longer be the president of the United States. As a matter of fact, we likely are going to have a Democrat in the White House who is not a malignant narcissist and who actually cares about other people. Putin gone too? Oh, he's not going to be around forever. So There are good days ahead. There are. Absolutely. Tom Hanks does. What's really frustrating is that Tom Hanks and his wife, they only got tested because they are in Australia. Anyway, but no, we're going to get through this. Okay, so I am here to read on whatever political stuff you'd like me to read on. And I'm just going to read. If you're new around here, we spend the first 10 minutes, we talk, I write down what questions you have, and then spend the rest of the time, I spend the rest of the hour doing readings. So, yeah, we're only about 5.5 minutes in. And I apologize if you ask a good question, but I don't read on it because I have to go with what my gut is kind of like jumping at, like, yes, read on that. And other things, it's like, maybe sometimes I get a read on that later, but not now. Or that person will be back in the news, so we'll get to that, or. Wash your hands and don't lick doorknobs. Be vigilant, but panic doesn't help. Listen to Sally. Everybody, seriously, listen to Sally. Okay, so there were some questions there. I saw a question about Bar's kids. I saw a question about Debbie has COPD. My mother has issues. My mother is at high risk, and we're just taking with, because I spend a lot of time with my mom, and we're taking precautions, and I'm taking precautions so I don't infect her. But we're just taking precautions, but we're doing what we can. I'm so sorry, Lena. My mom's nursing home just called, no more visitations. Okay, so actually, let's just take a moment before we start. And I just want to send the most positive, the highest vibration, the most positive, most loving energy straight from the divine to everyone who needs it today, to all the world, to uplift everyone, to raise the vibration of everyone and everything on the planet for more good, for more health, for everything positive that's possible, and even some great things we didn't even think were possible, for all the world to heal. And that we can also be bastions of calm and hope and goodness. So, okay. Oh, I'm sorry to hear you're not feeling well, Douglas. Okie dokie. So, it is let's housewives. Let's do the housewives deck. Okay. And let's read on actually, you know what? Let's see if there's anything that spirit, guides, whatever, however you want to look at it, the divine wants me to read on specifically. Let me throw 3 cards to give me an idea, kind of area of if there's something that they want us to know. All right, got 3 cards. 3 of Wands, Star, 3 of Swords. Okay. Three of Wands, and hang on, I'm just having a look because I'm trying to see if there's anything that comes to my mind other than the what I call the company CO video, VID. You know, the 19th company video. Nope, it's like, oh, no, 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 no. Because I'm going to read on that, and we're going to be okay. We will. Let's be political. Oh, there we go. How badly is this going to hurt the Republicans in the next election? How about that? Yeah, I'm getting political party stuff. People coming together seems to be the thing. All right, let's have a look at that because we need something good to think about. I have a doctor's appointment on Monday. Should I go? Well, number one, go with your gut. Number two, doctor's offices are probably cleaning like crazy and disinfecting like crazy. And if you need to go to the doctor, you should go to the doctor. If you ever need help, physically, mentally, get help. That's what I think. Oh, yeah, okay. That was just a headline popping up. All right. How is the current situation, the current crisis, going to affect Republican politicians? Is it going to hurt them politically? Is it going to help them politically? Is it going to, specifically, no, let's not do Republican politicians yet. Let's just start with Trump himself. The Orange Fuhrer. Is this going to hurt the Orange Fuhrer? R.I.P. GOP. I hope so. I hope so. Peace to all. All right, so we are at 13. Oh, current crisis hurts Trump. Okay. Will this current crisis hurt Trump? Oh yeah, that talk last night, that address. Oh my gosh, that was crazy town. That was absolutely crazy town. He didn't consult with anybody. Europe was blindsided. They said wrongly that it was blocking not only all travelers, but he said in the speech he gave that he was blocking all cargo. It's like, what? And the White House people were calling in like, oh my gosh, and the White House was like, no, he didn't mean that. Okay, then why did he say it? And making it sound like, calling it the China virus, of course. Please don't steal stuff in one hospital. ER nurses are being given one mask per shift. It's a good idea not to steal stuff in general. It's really low. It's a really low vibration kind of thing to do. Oh, I can't watch Dumpty. Oh, his sinuses are a mess. I mean, at one point he was having trouble just with something up there, and then he sounded terrible the whole time. Yeah, and you can I feel that Trump's handlers all collectively hold their breath while he talks. I understand Joel Starremore, but I was thinking that I think he has trouble breathing constantly. It was not pretty. It was not pretty. He did, his nose, yeah, Lisa. It was like, whoa. In the past, Republicans thought that going with Trump was going to build up their party because he was charismatic and he was drawing people in. But in reality, this is quite rickety. And all it takes is just a little slight, just slightly the wrong tap here, because that's pretty powerful, and the whole thing just comes crashing down. He's made Republican power rickety. He got them all in office for now. Center of the reading. Oh, it's just one of the many, many crises of his presidency. And he has zero empathy. I was actually talking to a woman who's an actual trained therapist and what have you, and I mentioned to her, I said, I don't think Trump has any empathy. I mean, she knows I do this, and I said, I read on him, and I'm trying to, it's like when I read on him and I try to reach for that part where it's like what he feels about people. Hello, Sienna Rose. What he feels about people, and it's like walking into a completely empty room. And she said, yeah, that's narcissism. That's the best description of it. You want empathy, and you would walk in and there's just nothing there. So, base of the reading. Trump going around the world, or acting like a brat to the world, or going around the world being a brat. He does both. Above the reading. He's making a mess of it. He's the I can fix it, only I can fix it, everyone must listen to me, blah, 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 blah. And it's making the party look bad. And to some extent, kind of breaking up the party. Near future. He's just going to, this Four of Cups, it's very much a card of enough. And what Trump's handing out, the American people going, no, we've put up with enough of your lies, we've put up with enough of your narcissism and your bad policies, enough. And then this is Republicans just shrugging like, oh, well, because was it Don Lemon who got into a shouting match with John Kasich? Am I on CNN? And because Kasich was saying, no, the Trump's address, it was fine. And Don Lemon's like, what? No, it wasn't. So there's a whole bunch of Republicans going, what can you do? Yeah, and they came down on Obama for wearing a tan suit. Ooh. Home environment. Well, right now, the situation and what he's really like is very much in evidence. Very much in evidence. Hopes and fears. Well, Trump just wants the economy he just wants this to go away, because he has completely tied everything to the stock market and the economy. And if that doesn't come back by November, he's toast. What we see. Well, this is what happens when you become president and you fire everybody in the infectious disease task force in the government, and you have no empathy, and you don't care about people, and your policies reflect that. This is what happens. Final outcome. for Trump. Well, the lack of, because Trump right now isn't giving any rallies, well, he hates that. But this doesn't feel like a huge figure, but it does feel like some important people or people with medical knowledge actually being able to go up and get the wider picture and kind of say, okay, this is what I'm seeing. But as far as Trump goes, I mean, it's almost like this little figure over here out of nowhere has more credibility and is more in charge than Trump. And there's a whole lot of major arcana, big force of judgment. And that Lover's card doesn't feel healthy. How about that? Let me see if I can get any more on that. Let's see here. Close that. Close, 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 close. There. Lover's card for Trump. Ugh. Luckily, it's not that kind of lovers, because then I really would be nauseous, queasy. He tries to basically say only the Republicans are any good, that the Democrats have nothing to offer, and that they're going to do whatever, but it seems very ineffective. The Knight of Wands and like the Rider-Waite is very active, very strong and active. But in this but in the Housewife's desk, it's just very feeble. So it's just very feeble, and it's not going to help him. I'm so, Creator TK saying, I'm so happy my hubby turned off the TV when Trump was on. Oh, I hear you. But no, I sat through the whole thing. Oh. Independent saying, we will take our chances. We will make a move. We will take our chances with somebody else. With somebody else. That's very strong. Very strong. Those, of course, are major arcana, and that's between them. So, yeah. Yep. Okie dokie. This huge conjunction coming up between the 17th and the 23rd, this huge, potentially nasty conjunction, how is it going to affect Trump? Trump. Astrological junction. Oh. What's your malfunction? 23:45, something like that. How is this going to affect him? Because that's in like a week. So Mercury has gone stationary. So, and then within a week, it should also start going forward, moving forward. So at least we'll have that. But that also means anything that came out during the Mercury retrograde that wasn't revealed, once Mercury goes retrograde again, it tends to bring out all the stuff that didn't come out before. So Trump for the big Pluto, Jupiter, Mars conjunction with Saturn right there nearby, happening between the 17th and the 23rd of March. How is that going to affect Trump? My head feels like it's pounding. High blood pressure, something like that. I don't have high blood pressure. I actually have low blood pressure. But yeah, it feels like my head's just pounding. He wants to get away. Well, you know he needs to, he's a Gemini. And Geminis need to be among people. They're just, of course, there are some Geminis who are introverts, but that usually has more to do with their moon. Gemini suns tend to want to be communicating to people, to talking, to shaking hands with infected people, like you just did with that minister from Brazil, of their ultra right-wing new thing. In the past, well, being president has been, you know, people giving him gifts, people fawning all over him. Center this can't make things fit. Things aren't fitting. Things aren't. He can't get things to work. It can't catch. Oh, my niece, I think, is opposite. She's a Gemini. It's true. I would be curious what else is in her chart. But hello, Terry. So anyway, you guys are now you're debating Geminis, and it's like, okay, but I've said my piece, and I'm not going to go beyond that because I will get myself into trouble. Whew. All right, it's like you can't make things fit. They don't. You just can't make it gel. You can't get traction on what he wants to do. Base of the reading. We need a new strategy. Things aren't going well for the you know, so this is green and this is green. Things aren't going well for the Republicans. We need a better strat. We need to create a better strategy, better communications. Above the reading. That's a whole lot of criticism, backstabbing, and it's backstabbing, and then it's not effective. It's not. It's piecemeal. Backstabbing and a piecemeal reaction to things, and it's, yeah, things like feel like they're kind of falling apart. Oh, near future. This feels like, this is the card I get for America, the Empress. And this is, again, like in that last reading, Two of Pentacles, it feels like the Republicans, if the American people see the Republican, they look like, whether they are or not, they look like they're just throwing up their hands like, oh, well, I guess you have a problem. I guess there aren't enough tests. I guess whatever. They don't seem to be on it. And I don't even feel Trump here, which I think probably says something in itself, because this reading is about Trump. I don't feel him here at all. MIA. Home environment. Yeah, he's going to be off doing his own thing, all up in his feelings, which are all about himself. Hopes and fears. It's a dirty job, and he doesn't want to get sick, but Trump has a serious Archie Bunker quality, where it's like all dirty things come from overseas. It's like you realize the whole country's a melting pot from people from all over the... No. Seriously, you have Archie Bunker for a president. What other people see? Republicans are trying. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying they're succeeding. I'm not saying... some of them are making an effort. He's not. It's not good. It's... You know, it's like at least he gave a speech last night as opposed to just saying, oh, there's nothing happening. But final outcome, how's this going to affect Trump? Or not how will this affect Trump? What is the, that big conjunction next week? How is this going to affect Trump? This, I guess you get it, what getting in my head is mowing down Republican support. taking action in a big way. We need to take action in a big way, and it's just, yeah, he feels like he's just not here. And I think in his cups might be a little more accurate than we want it to be. Yeah. So, Trump is Archie Bunker times Harry Weinstein. Yes, I'm afraid that's probably true. Yikes. Anyway, he feels quite absent. He feels very absent through all of this. And he can't cope with, he has no coping mechanisms, because you need to be organized, which he's not. You need to be empathetic, which he's not. You need to be surrounded by good people, which he's not. You need to be an encourager in chief, which he's not. Haven't watched him lately. Who's he blaming? Biden, Obama, or the Dems? At the moment, he's blaming foreigners. Dun, dun, dun. You know, those swarthy, disease-carrying foreigners. Yeah. Bunch of garbage. So, well, that's how this is going to affect him. How is the country going to do in this next week? The US, and I'm sorry for everyone from Australia and Canada and all these places around the world where people are from, and Harry's mom in Italy. You are very much in my prayers. But what is what's going to happen in the U.S. near future? Near. We are sort of at 33, something like that. All right, U.S. in the near future. Do, 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 do. Autumn, would you ever do a video showing us your nail polish collection? Just curious. Mouse Maiden, I could. I actually just bought some little organizing trays. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you so much. And I just organized everything. Quite proud of it. Just very sad. It says something about, welcome to being an adult. Where you'll get excited if there's a clean sponge in the kitchen, or you organize something and it's like, oh, isn't this great? I would really like that, and I'm not just asking because I'm a makeup collector either. Well, cool. Let's see. I understand what you're asking, Kathy. I might look at that, but right now I want to look at near future in the U.S. And for why now, something tells me it's a climate change. I know that it was bad practices and what have you, but it's climate change is going to make all kind of stuff worse. Anyway. But the U.S. Hello, America. America has very strong energy. America is its own thought form thing, and very strong energy. And this isn't pretty, but can feel like a little something in the lungs, like in the, but not enough that you have to cough. but just a little irritated, like maybe you inhaled a little bit of smoke or something, and it's like, ugh, okay. But you'll get better shortly. That's what I'm getting for what the energy of the U.S. is like. But it's very strong. And of course, I'm American, and I like it. I like the energy of the U.S. It's, but I'm biased, I understand. Okay, card for the reading. Oh dear. Oh, we are in Republican hands. Frightening. Yes, the party of strong health care and great empathy. In the past, we have kept things actually relatively clean. I mean, it may seem like there's, gosh, it's no, it's not everywhere. And we are relatively clean. We have clean water for the most part, except in places where we should have clean water. But for the most part, we have clean water. We have some access to healthcare. This is first world. It's not the best, but it's first world. Like, don't, just like with Fred Rogers, don't look at look for the helpers. It's also, look at your blessings. Look at what we do have. And also, for anyone who didn't hear me mention this yesterday, I read an article about the psychology of why people are, hoarding toilet paper and what have you. It's because it gives people a sense of control. So keep that in mind. All right, center the reading. Well, it's the card of illusion and delusion, where it's like, what do I believe? And so, go to the experts and, get the clearest information you can. Oh, don't know what that was. But there's, get the best information. Don't be bamboozled by rumors. I studied body language for 5 years, Ian says. Trump's body language is filled with guilt. The best one was when he looked sheepish when asked about storming on Air Force. Ian, but would someone who was that much of a narcissist really feel guilt? Okay, base of the reading for the U.S. in the near future. There's, it kind of, my apologies to the men here. I'm not dissing you. It just feels like a lot of women stepping up to the plate. Because in times of crisis, when there's some kind of illness, quite often it is the women in the family who bear the brunt of. I'm not saying it's always. There are plenty of single fathers. There are plenty of, there are plenty of good men in this world. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like with housework, it tends to fall more on the women than the men. And it feels like, okay, this is one more thing on my plate. I'm going to deal with it. So that's just, again, I'm not trying to offend anybody. That's just the energy. Above the reading. Well, we are going to be getting good information. This is a sword of truth. Even better, it's the sword of cake. It's the sword of truth coming from the establishment, which is mainly the news media. Doesn't feel like the government. The Hierophant this is the establishment, but so it's coming from the TV. So there is going to be good information out there. We just have to focus on that, not rumors. And then this is people dealing with it. I'm not saying there aren't any men who are going to be dealing with it. Of course there are. I'm just saying. Anyway, near future. Well, looks familiar. You know how this came up in the other reading for Trump being judged, and then this Two of Cups came up with voters saying we need somebody else. That's the thing I've been meaning to mention to you guys, and I think this is important. A while back, I explained the thing about if you look at a human brain, okay, and you pretend this is a brain. Hello, hello, I'm a brain. Let me just move my phone there because it keeps buzzing. There, hello, I'm a brain. This is the front of your brain. Okay, this is your brain stem. Okay, and you can kind of think of it that the base of the brain, the back of the brain, is, well, really the base, is a lot of the same kinds of brain parts that the cats have, that other animals have, and what have you. It's a fight or flight. Can I eat it? Can I mate with it? Do I need to be terrified of it and run away? You know, it's that kind of stuff. It's only, and then you get some emotional intelligence, and then up here, you get the frontal lobes, which is what separates humans from other animals. You know, the really scary part is that I found out that the frontal lobe is actually about 1/4 of an inch deep. It's like, oh, great. Yeeks. But the reason, thank you, Jill, thank you. The reason that Trump has been able to keep his base for as long as he has, oh, sorry, that kind of died for a second. The reason that Trump's been able to keep his base for as long as he has is because he hasn't tapped into this, or this emotional intelligence. He's tapped into this. He's tapped into his followers, their beliefs about foreigners bad, people who look different bad. If I'm doing badly, it's because of people who don't look like me. And it's only these other parts of our brain that go, no, it's, you know, we're all people and people are people. So this is very base, tribal, stick together, you know, get a big stick kind of thing. This is that part of your brain. All right. And that's why Trump he's been able to keep his base, because he keeps, when they say throwing out red meat or pushing their buttons, this is the button he's pushing. And he's throwing out red meat as in meat to an animal. So, Mouse Maiden saying, I believe the word you're looking for is moron, Autumn. I hear you. But, okay, so that's how he's able to keep that. And then the Democrats, because we haven't been reacting from this part of our brain as much, we've been more up here. We've been saying, well, yeah, but what about taking, you know, healthcare? What about the, you know, taxes? And what about, you know, all this community thing and all this kind of, this is other parts of the brain. Here's the problem for Trump. What's happening now in the country, people are afraid. Now, we're talking about it because people are afraid and we need to help calm them down, make sure people are okay. But right now people are afraid, and you know what that's just, that what keeps being hammered on this part of the brain for Democrats and Republicans. Everybody's having this part of their brain activated right now, which is making people tribal and want to shut down and, you know, protect and, you know, pick up big stick and beat enemy type thinking. And this is what's now being activated for Republicans and Democrats. And you will find that a lot of what Trump's trying to do or say, or what he's trying to, a lot of Democrats aren't even listening anymore. You hear people, they're not even getting upset anymore. It's just noise. You're noise. I don't care. I've got issues. And oh, look, there's, you know, I haven't seen it yet, but I thought Biden was going to come out and talk. And it's like, I'll bet because he has experience, I'll bet he has a better way with words and is going to say things that actually are calming, or his ideas for what should be done. So right now, this is what's hurting Trump. This is what he used. Will his base ever turn on him? Some of them will, not all of them. there will always be a core group who, they're scary. They're the, you know, Roger Stone with his Nixon tattoo on his back. Home environment. This is Republicans in a tuxedo mowing the lawn. It's like, what? I think this is just a very straightforward image of, what are you doing? I just read that Biden is going to address the nation on this. Yeah, and I think, I'll bet he's going to do a good job. You know? Hopes and fears. We just want things to go back to normal. We really do. Just normal. What other people see? People are turning to Democrats. They are listening to Democrats. And final outcome. For America. Temperance. This is the one we need to concentrate on. This is the fear. This is the sitting at home because you're not going out, but, you know, the chance to be at home and do some stuff. So this is people doing what they should be doing, except this panic. And it's like, no, you've got to focus. You've got to, this is major arcana. This is minor. This is the stronger force if we can tap into it. And we should. And we should help other people tap into it. Okay? So, let's see if there's anything more to be had here. So, U.S. in the near future. Come on. I'm looking at your comments. You guys are so nice to each other. That means a lot to me. See if there's any more information here. And then... Oops. Well, there are going to be a lot more, because people are home more, they're going to be dealing with family and friends more. And there's some drama. There's going to be personal drama. There's going to come a point where everybody needs to go to their own corner. Oh, Biden gave a speech. We'll have to watch that later. This is a whole lot of just personal interaction, having to deal with people that we can normally spend part of the day being elsewhere. I can't miss you if you don't leave. So I'm just seeing people coping. All right, and I'm risking another 3 cards here. Yeah, it's not, no, that's actually not relevant. That's just more about the Democrats. Yeah, how the 5 of Swords were the piecemeal reaction. So that's what I'm getting. This is the near future. All right, and I'm just not seeing absolute catastrophe. Yeah, so hang in there. We are going to get through this. We really are. Anything else? Anything else? Just because I'm here. As Fred Rogers says, look for the helpers. Or if you can't see any helpers right away, watch the Republicans for entertainment, because their handling of this is just, it's it's locals who are going, local government people who are going to handle all this the best. So, all right. And let me throw just a couple more cards, but I don't might. Actually, I'm not going to be going over time today, I'm afraid. Okay. Just wash your hands. You know, I need to do some laundry. It's like, oh good, I've got some time to do laundry because I'm home. And just do what you can financially to get through. Get together with family members if you can, or use up what stores you have. It's kind of rickety. Sorry about that. It's kind of rickety financially, but just wash your hands and we'll get through it. We'll get through it. All right. So there was. Is there anything I could throw 5 cards on for you before I go? Anything political? I'd facepalm, but I'm not allowed to touch my face. Does Trump have a company video? Jared's response to the virus. Lourdes, you know you're my friend. You know that you are great, and I love having you here. But really, apparently he's making decisions now. Oh yes, I'm sure he will come up with a comprehensive peace deal with the current thing that's affecting us. Yeah, oh, does the Orange Fiora? I keep getting this question, so I'll throw cards on it again. Is the Orange Fiora going to come down with same thing? I'm getting the same energy off these cards that I've been getting off every other time I've read on this. If he did, we wouldn't know. And if he did, he might not even ask for help. I mean, I'm not seeing like a tower. I mean, it's not gonna like, or the Death Guard or anything like that. But it's all smoke and mirrors. It just feels like, well, maybe if you put it in this order, maybe you put it in that order, or what. But if you looked at this way, and it just feels like Trump's usual, keep your eye on the card, keep your eye on the card, keep your eye on the card. You know, here's the cups on the. You know, there's a P under the cup, and it's like, okay, let's do now. Where was you tell me where and it's like, really? I never get an answer on this question. I get the whole, look over here, da 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 da, you know, top hat and cane and Buffalo Shuffle out of the room. So, Dave, that's an interesting question. Does Trump do things that he doesn't know what he did? Good question. Where am I? Does Trump do things that he doesn't know what he did? That's not a good, doesn't feel like a good card. Feels a little hallucinatory, but it isn't that he doesn't know, it's that he doesn't care. It feels like he takes some stuff that maybe he shouldn't. But I guess it's kind of like if he doesn't care. Because anything he does is perfect. Anything he does is right. Oh, did I lose you guys again? Everything he does is perfect. Everything he does is right. And whatever he did, he did. He doesn't have, I think Trump has a amphetamine psychosis. He could be. Like when he dropped the umbrella while it was open, just not in his mind. Yeah, it is really hard for me to understand where he's coming from. Because I'm actually trying to figure out where he's coming from. And that's something he would never do. Ever. He's not trying to understand anybody. So, all right. Well, anyway, that's going to be it for me for today, but I will be back tomorrow. Same pumpkin time, same pumpkin channel. And I'm so glad you were here today. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. And thank you so much to our troll slayers. You make this possible. I'm grateful. All right. All right, guys. Thank you. All right. And I hope you have a great day. Hang in there. Breathe. Oh, you guys are awesome. Yes, I will give your love to Boo Boo Zen Kitty. He will be glad to have it. All right. See you tomorrow. Hang in there.